YouTube, what is up today? We are looking at a video for Valorant that they have released. It is changes to the map pool, a couple of agents. So it's 30 minutes long. I'm just going to dissect some of the important bits and I'll link the video below if you want to check the whole thing out. This is the main point that we want to talk about, so let's play this.
In early June, Breeze and Split will be rotating out, and Haven will be rotating back in.
Okay, so in June, so teams are going to go to Shanghai, they're going to play the normal patch, and then they're going to come back and Split and Breeze are out. And I would say that Breeze is dead. I reckon Breeze is dead. They had the halls open, they closed the halls, they reopened the halls. They don't know what to do with this map. They have Pearl and Fracture still sitting on the sidelines. We're getting a new map as well, literally at the end of Shanghai, because obviously something has to replace Split if we're saying that Haven is replacing Breeze. So I think Breeze is fully dead. I reckon we never see it again, unless there's like some big changes in the future. But that's my bold prediction. Let me know in the comments. It might not even be a bold prediction. I don't really know at the moment. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Haven back in though. Haven back in, that is an absolute banger. So I'm going to say it's like Split goes out and we get Haven instead of Split. And I'm happy with that to an extent. I think the Split is better than obviously Icebox and some of the other maps we have there. But Breeze out and then new map, whatever the new map is. So let's pray that the new map is good. We'll see it over Shanghai. I think when I opened the game up, it said that it gets released on like the finals or something, or we get to look at it on the finals. So we'll have a look at that. So let me know in the comments as well. Pumped for Haven. I love Haven. I think it's the best map. So I'm pumped for Haven. Do you agree with me? This is another big change that's happening.
In early June, with patch 8.11, we're shifting our focus to the Duelist role. Over time, we've seen pick diversity decline among duelists, especially in higher skill and pro play brackets.
So we'll be shipping some nerfs to Raze, focused on her satchel mobility, as she's been an overly dominant pick in this space. And as for buffs, we see several candidates who have an opportunity to be more relevant in the current meta. ISO, Neon, and Reyna. Don't worry, we'll explain that last one.
Yeah, for ISO and Neon, we're leaning into strengthening what makes them unique. Namely, we'll be adjusting ISO's shield paradigm and Neon's slide, as well as some small other tweaks. And for Reyna, we know she's quite strong in ranked, but she actually struggles in more coordinated team play. So her changes aim to improve her viability in those team environments like Premier and Pro, while also reducing some of her current rank strengths.
Okay, so this is interesting for sure. Raze, satchel nerfs, so some kind of movement, and I hope, you would imagine they just reduce the amount that you can send it or something like this. We'll see. I hope they don't actually, I don't know, dude. Like, where do I even sit with this? I hope they don't change anything so all the hours that people have practiced the movement. I hope that doesn't change because people have spent a lot of hours on that. If there's only one satchel, that agent's going to have a rough time. So yeah, we'll see what they decide to do with Raze. And then we have ISO buff, but only to the shield thing, right? When you kill someone, you have an orb. That's the only change that they say is coming into this one, or maybe there's some other tweaks as well, but that's the main change. And I don't think that's going to change too much. Even if you didn't have to shoot an orb and you just got the shield instantly, I don't think that changes much at all, because the wall still doesn't help you get through many choke points. So I'm not too worried that that's going to be OP. I reckon you don't have to shoot the orb is probably the most common thing that I can think of. And then the Reyna buff is interesting. The Reyna buff might be something a little bit bigger than we've seen for other changes. We've never really seen much of a rework. So we could have a bit of a rework where they're saying that they're going to reduce it in rank play but help in pro play. You would imagine that that means something to do with like reducing the healing but then buffing the flash. Or we could see a rework. So that is going to be interesting deciding what they're going to do there. And the really interesting one is Neon. They're going to buff Neon. Neon's in a really good space, I would say, at the moment. And I think that teams don't play it that much. And like maybe Heretic's probably the best example with Miniboo. We're seeing just how insane Neon can be if you're like if you spend a lot of time on that agent. And I guess the skill cap is like really high. The skill ceiling is crazy high with this agent, so that's going to be interesting. We might be seeing a lot of Neon. So these changes in 8.11 as well, so same time as the map changes. So that's huge. That is really huge. I think Reina, and like this is controversial because I know a lot of people like analysts and stuff in this game don't think that Reina is in a good spot. I think Reina's in a good spot. I think there's a lot of good maps. I think Sunset's a good map for Reina. I think Icebox is an incredible map for Reina, and those two stay in. We get a new map and Haven. Haven's like not great for Reina, but there's still some good walls where you can do flashes. I think Reina, if it gets like a okay buff, we could definitely see some more Reina. I think it's with the nerfs of the other duelists, Reina's in the best spot it's ever been in. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how big the changes are for this one. The fact that it's getting nerfed a little bit in ranked, I guess we're getting some kind of healing nerf or something like this. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Dude, I really hope they don't do too much with Neon. Neon's really strong.
Balance changes in 8.11 will most likely be the last significant ones you see from us until after champs.
This is also the main thing as well, that they are now giving us more of a heads up, right? So it's like, it's not now if you're in a team, they're going to be like, guys, this is when you're getting a main patch, this is when the map's changing, so you can kind of plan ahead a little bit more. Whereas before it was just like, what do you mean we've got 3 weeks and you've just nerfed Sky? Like, there's actually going to be more communication now, and that's one of the big things that a lot of teams have been complaining about. It's just like, dude, we have no idea when this stuff's happening, we can't plan for it. Like, there's some teams that might have like been practicing so hard, and then there's a change, and then they have to just carry on practicing hard, and all that work is lost. Whereas now it's like, this is when the change happens, so you can go, okay, cool, let's take a break, and then we'll come back like the day that this is released, and we can talk about it. Or like now that they can already start talking about the fact that Split and Breeze are out of the map pool, so, and Haven's in, so people can already start cooking a little bit on Haven. So I like this. This is something that needed to happen. Okay, then there's a big bit about skins. I don't really care about skins. Again, it's in the link below. I'm trying to get into skins, but I don't know. It's I just don't compare. I just don't care as much about skins. That's it. I don't care about the skins. Okay, this is a big one, and let me try and find the big line. Let's go for here, and let's see what happens. Wait, maybe it's. Okay, yeah. Let's just start with this. I'll just give you a little bit of this, because we won't go into it too much, because I don't want to end on too much of a negative note.
Working on replays. You're actually looking at a free cam view from a prototype build of our replay system right now. I want to emphasize the word prototype here, as this is nowhere near launch.
As this is nowhere near launch. That is the main thing. So it goes on to talk about the fact that it has like a little bit of, there's some bugs with it, just the wall appearing at the top, etc. And how they basically have to go through each asset, because in the replay it might be a little bit bugged. So yeah, there's a lot to work on. This is not coming out this year. I would say this probably isn't coming out next year with the amount of assets that they have to do, but maybe they're trying to keep our expectations low. But at least we get an update, and at least we can see that they're working on it. I think that's the main thing at the moment. But it looks like a monster task. It really, really does. So we get an update, but the update it's nowhere near. So yeah, I don't think many people are gonna be happy about that. But I mean, there's nothing much we can do. Basically, there's nothing much we can do. They're working on it. That's the best we can ask for. It's just taking a long time, and it looks like it's going to take maybe longer than what people want or expected. So yeah, take your bets in terms of what year this comes out. I would guess end of 2025 if I had to guess. And even then, I'm not too confident about that. So yeah, let me know in the comments. What do you think about the map pool, first of all? What map would you have liked to go? What map would you like to have gone? I imagine it was Breeze and Icebox, but I know there's a few Ascent haters out there. And are you glad Haven is back? And what year what year do you think the replay system is going to actually come into play? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, we're also really close to 20,000 followers. So if you could subscribe to me, that would be incredible. I didn't think we would hit this level. So shout out to all of you that watch and all of you that are subscribed. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the support. And I'll see you. We're going to do a ranking of some of the Shanghai teams tomorrow. And then we have Shanghai on Thursday. So thank you so much, everyone. Peace, peace, peace.